Greetings and salutations, fellow YouTubers, and how are you this evening? Yes, I am back and ready for another politician rumble. Now, what do we know about Jeff Sessions? What does anyone know about Jeff Sessions? The first thing I do know about Jeff Sessions is his actual name is Jefferson Beauregard Sessions III. So he's named after two other persons with the same name. That's incredible. He also was an Eagle Scout. He was inspired by a paper in high school, and he also was inspired of the Republican Associations of Colleges. So hey, big whoop-de-woo, good job, good job. But as far as you know about Jeff Sessions, do you know a lot? Do you know that he also opposed the NAACP as calling him as un-American? Did you know that one? Yes, unfortunately he called them even communist because the fact that a white civil activist said some certain stuff, he says it would be still similar as an African American person would say it, There wouldn't be, because of the Caucasian one was kind of like a biased person. Of course you're going to think indifferent about that person. Now an African American person, you can see the same similarities. However, when you're dealing with someone who is a biased racial person and they're speaking against that and want like a straight order for their people, that's not really being un-American. That's actually being American, voicing their voice. That's basically what it is. But Jeff Sessions actually even had some of the men of the African American civil rights unions arrested because of something that happened. This guy himself, Jeff Sessions, I don't think he knows exactly what civil rights is because he also has a bad rap sheet of being biased towards like immigration. He opposes that, definitely. He himself believes that even the immigrants don't have a good value for America and don't want them to be in America in general. And remember, he's the Attorney General of the United States. So as I said in my last video, if you want to know the man who is behind it, that's your guy. Also, he's pro-life, which is pretty good, but he's anti-GLBT. So for all the Republicans who are involved with the GLBT community, it's kind of like saying, whoops, tough luck, because he won't really sponsor for you in that general way. That's how Jeff Sessions actually is. That's how he voices his opinion. And everyone is entitled to their opinion. That's great. But when you put it in more or less like a voice characteristic, saying whatever you want to say against it, that's where I call wrong, and not even slightly correct as it is. It's just kind of like you can keep your matters to your opinions and yourself. And I know many of the Weishammers will say, well, why don't you do the same thing? I am, because I would more or less put it in more derogatory term. But you see, I'm being polite. I'm actually being diplomatic. Yes. So that's why I'm not saying all the bad things that I would really mainly say about this man Jeff Sessions, but I will say that he's more or less like a bigot. In my opinion, he's a major bigot and just someone who really needs to have a voice of like the people telling him what the difference is between being an immigrant and starting fresh in a country that another country did not even give full rights to them, that they had to come here to make a better living, and give him the detour of how hard that really is. Okay? He needs to be shown all that stuff before he can even know exactly what democracy basically is. Sorry, I mumbled. But that's the case with him. Alright? Thank you so much for tuning into this video, and I hope to catch you in the next one. Please comment below if you have any opinion, and also please subscribe as well. Thank you, and have a beautiful night. GoPro, stop recording.